It's crazy to think about how small our world is when compared to the vastness of space. Just take a moment right now and think about the longest trip you've ever taken. Felt like forever, right? Now multiply that by 10, 100, or 1,000 times, and you'll still barely reach the outside of our solar system. Our Earth is like a grain of sand in the universe. It's infinitely small. There's so much we don't know about certain things on our planet, and even more that is outside of it. However, despite this, human ingenuity and science has allowed us to view and understand quite a lot. For instance, that the Earth is not flat. So I'm sorry, VOB, you're wrong on this one. Or simply the fact that there's water on other planets like Mars and Pluto. One of the phenomena I find most interesting is the concept of black holes. Black holes are formed when a star with huge mass, energy, and momentum becomes compressed into a small space, which then creates a massive gravitational pull and infinite space-time. The force of gravity are so strong in a black hole that even light disappears in them. Based on Einstein's theory of general relativity, any object that falls into a black hole never reappears. A thing called gravitational time dilation occurs, which causes time to stop. A black hole has two sections, a singularity and an event horizon. An event horizon is the surface of a black hole, and a singularity is its core. For something to get sucked into a black hole, it needs to be near the event horizon. The event horizon is also referred to as the point of no return. The singularity of a black hole is the sole point of suction where the volume is zero and density is maximum. This is where infinite spacetime begins. The mass and size of a black hole have direct correlation. If one section is 10 times heavier than the other, then the radius of the other is 10 times larger. For example, if the sun was a black hole, it would only be about 4 miles wide. Black holes shrink over time as well because they constantly emit X-ray radiation, and eventually they almost evaporate. To become a black hole, a star has to be 10 to 15 times the mass of the sun. So stars like the sun usually become dwarfs or neutron stars when they burn out. There are 14 known black holes in the universe, but the closest one is 1,600 light years away, which is something like 8 quadrillion miles, so there's no need to worry about getting sucked in. What first made me interested in black holes was probably the movie Interstellar. In it, the characters had to go through a wormhole and orbit a black hole. Time slowed down so much that one of the characters, when he returned home, had barely aged, while his family had gotten fairly old. Most of the science for this movie is actually accurate, especially the depiction of the black hole in the movie, which was one of the first true representations of what it would look like in person. It's pretty crazy to think about how big the world is around us, how we're a drop of water in the ocean, or a grain of sand on a beach. Makes you think, with a billion and billions of stars out there, that there might be another place just like our Earth.